Our reviews seem to have been awash with bullpup airguns this year. There seems to be a real demand for these guns at the moment, and I've got a very special one on the bench this week. It's the Weihrauch HW100 BP. Distributed in the UK by Hull Cartridge, it retails for £1,140. The Ambit Extra stock is made from beech with a soft touch finish. It feels very robust and should be easy to keep clean. It's also nice and chunky and feels very comfortable. A feature I really like is that this stock incorporates the HW44 pistol grip. It's nice and steep, brilliantly contoured and sets you up really well for the trigger. As bullpups go, the cheek support is extremely comfortable thanks to its rounded profile. The rubber butt pad is height adjustable, and it's surprising what a difference a small tweak can make to your eye alignment with the scope. Now, there's no checkering or stippling on this stock, yet it still manages to feel reassuringly grippy even in the wet. The HW100 BP is available in an extremely stubby carbine version. This is the full length model, which is 10 centimetres longer, but still measures a relatively compact 82 centimetres with the supplied silencer fitted. Weihrauch has a reputation for making solid airguns, and this one is no exception. This variant weighs 3.7 kilos without a scope fitted, but it feels robust rather than heavy. Weihrauch is famous for its high quality engineering, and you can see why. The finish of the metalwork is immaculate, and overall build quality is also excellent. As I mentioned earlier, the BP comes supplied with a Weihrauch silencer. Not only does it really suit the styling of this gun, it also happens to be one of the best moderators out there, and it reduces muzzle report to a mere whisper. The gun comes supplied with the increasingly popular Picatinny type scope rail, although you can remove it to reveal the conventional dovetail rail beneath. Now, in my opinion, the rails on too many bullpups are just too high. Thankfully, Weihrauch has managed to keep the gap between the top of the rail and the centre of the bore down to about 3 centimetres, so this one doesn't feel too top heavy. Sticking with the engineering theme, the HW100 BP runs Weihrauch's tried and tested 14-shot rotary magazine. It looks very simple, but I think that's its strong point. My own HW100 runs exactly the same magazine, and it has never missed a beat. It runs like clockwork, and it's also very pellet friendly. To remove the magazine, pull the side lever all the way back, then push back the retaining clip and the mag pulls out from the right hand side. You reload it with the smooth side facing away from you. When it's full, you push it back in, return the retaining clip, push the side lever forwards, and then the gun is loaded, cocked and ready to go. The HW100 side lever cocking and loading mechanism works brilliantly, and I reckon it's the reason that so many manufacturers are switching from bolt to side lever actions. This one is well positioned and works with that excellent magazine to deliver fast and positive follow-up shots on the range and in the field. The trigger is also very good, just as you would expect from Weihrauch, and it doesn't have any of the creep that so often blights triggers on bullpups. It's a 2-stage adjustable unit with a nice wide blade, and it was set perfectly straight from the box. The first stage has just the right amount of weight and travel, and it comes to a positive stop before the second stage breaks very cleanly. There's a safety catch positioned beneath the rear of the cheek support. Although that may not be the best place for easy access, you can operate it from both sides, and it's safely away from the trigger. You can't set the safety unless the gun is cocked. It's safe when it's in the rearward position, and then you push it forwards when you're ready to shoot. Although the HW100 BP doesn't have a regulator in the conventional sense, it is fitted with what Weihrauch describes as a self-regulating action, and it's very consistent. This gun is producing 11.5 foot-pounds and showed a variation of just 7 feet per second over a string of 10 shots. Remaining air reserves are displayed on a clear gauge at the front of the cylinder. It's just a bit of a shame that you have to look down from the muzzle end to see it. The air cylinder is removable, and shot capacity is pretty impressive for such a compact gun. From a full 200 bar fill, this model returns up to 110 shots in 177 and 140 in 22. In the much smaller carbine version, you can expect those figures to drop to 50 and 75, so around half. When it's time to refill, simply pull out the plug at the front of the cylinder and push in the supplied quick fill probe. So, that's the Weihrauch HW100 BP, a very well appointed bullpup. Let's put out a target and I'll show you what it can do. Well, I think that's one of the best 5-shot groups that we've produced in any of the reviews on the show so far. And I expect anybody that shoots a pre-charged Weihrauch won't be too surprised about that. Now, we've been very fortunate. It is, although it keeps trying to spit with rain, it is an absolutely windless day, so we've got perfect conditions for it. The trigger felt absolutely great, and as a consequence, the 177 caliber test gun has just churned out a 30-meter 5-shot group that is practically pellet on pellet. That makes this gun a very serious hunting tool. There's no denying that the Weihrauch HW100 BP continues in the German gunmaker's rich tradition for making quality air guns. It's tough, reliable and very accurate. Now, Weihrauch weren't exactly early joining the pre-charged party, and they've also been pretty late jumping on the bullpup bandwagon. However, what they have managed to do is get it dead right both times. The Weihrauch HW100 BP is an impressive piece of kit, and I certainly think it's worth its asking price.
Look out for the new and improved Airgun Shooter magazine, packed full of technique, gear and insight from some of the best shooters in the industry. Brand new look and free video content. Pick up your copy today in stores or online.